very impressive season by the Imperial Tigers. They made it all the way to the very end. What everybody wants to do, play in the final game of the year. A lot going on here. I want to show you something else here. You could win yourself a 1955 Oldsmobile. Take a look at what we have right there. There she is. Scott Gross along with Cole Johnson from the McHale Center in Tucson. Scott Gross at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, where the Los Angeles Chargers were looking for consecutive wins for the first time since October. No coach in his first year has ever won an NCAA national championship, unless you include Steve Fisher, who was an interim coach for the 1989 Michigan Wolverines. It wasn't a full season.
High school football from across the desert Southwest is here. Varsity Blitz starts right now.
You're watching the Varsity Blitz on Thursday on your side.
Always love the Holtville fans. Good evening and welcome to Week 10 of the Varsity Blitz. I'm Scott Gross alongside Luis Lopez. Now to my top plays of the week for the past few weeks. Number 5 is Yuma Catholic junior Marley Hewlett, who goes opposite field just inside the first baseline. Brings home freshman Alondra Cordova. Take another look at Marley's hit in slow-mo. Can't place it much better on down the line for the base hit just over the bag. Number 4 comes from the CIF Girls State Championship in Sacramento. Imperial's Georgia Gomez finds Sierra Morris down low for the first points ever scored by any girls basketball team from the Imperial Valley in a state championship game ever. Number 3, prep baseball, Cibola Yuma. Cibola sophomore Saul Benitez has his pitch get away from the catcher, but watch his alertness as he grabs the ball and tags out Yuma freshman Eli Lujan, who tries to score from third. Another look. Does he get him? Looks like he gets the right hand in before it hits the plate. Umpire calls him out. Raiders win 4-2. Number 2, women's college basketball. And off this inbounds pass, Arizona Western's Christina Bryan is having her shot blocked, but Lime Okada is there to clean it up. What? Take another look. Okada with the inbounds to Bryan, and on the block, grabs the ball in a one swift motion. She twists and flings the shot. It falls in. Lady Managers are in the national tournament this week. Number 1 is the play of the Imperial Tigers girls basketball team, a second-place finish in the CIF Division IV state championship game. What an incredible ride, and we are all so very proud of you. Those are my top plays from the past few weeks. They're not the biggest team. They're not the most powerful. In fact, they're very young and small with only 3 seniors and 1 junior. The Holtville Vikings softball team is primarily made up of sophomores and freshmen. They're a tight-knit group of family members and close friends, and that's what makes what they accomplished this past season so very special. Holtville, California. It's a small, quiet, and hardworking farming town.
It's just the Holtville attitude, I guess.
For the past 23 years, the high school's softball program was just as quiet.
We haven't had a state championship in, it's been a very long time.
However, during a pandemic-shortened season a year ago, head coach Melissa Snyder noticed a change.
We knew that if we were given the opportunity to have a season this year, that we were going to make it count. There was no doubt.
And much like their blue-collar community, this year's team displayed grit and determination.
We've been coached hard our whole lives. We knew that if we wanted to win something, if we wanted to accomplish something great, that we would have to work hard, and that's been planted into our brains since we were little girls. After winning a total of 1 Imperial Valley League game in Snyder's first 3 years as head coach, Holtville took the league by storm, winning 11 games in a row.
We knew we were a good team, but we're a great team. Like, we're competing with Brawley, Division I. We're competing with Southwest. We're competing with bigger schools. The Vikings entered the season with 1 goal in mind, a California Interscholastic Federation Division IV championship. I mean, from the first day, I told them June 19th, June 19th, June 19th, June 19th, and that was the set day that CIF had set for the Division IV championship. After a strong start, Holtville lost its final 3 games, and with it, the Imperial Valley League title to Brawley. You know, we lost that IVL title. We were able to close that chapter and start a new one together. With a renewed mindset and a number 2 seed in the CIF San Diego Section Division IV playoffs, the Vikings smashed the competition, outscoring their opponents 23-2, including a forfeit.
We had a lot of confidence, and we were just trying to have fun the whole time. Like, we weren't trying to get into our own heads.
And on June 19th, in San Diego, Holtville found themselves right where they wanted to be. the CIF Division Championship game against top-seeded Bayfront Charter.
Like Coach had said, we had been talking about June 19th since the beginning of the season.
The pressure would fall on the shoulders of a sophomore.
I kept telling myself, this is what I've worked for since I was 8 or 9 years old.
Pitcher Callie Strom found herself in the biggest game of her life.
I don't get intimidated. I don't get nervous on the mound. I don't let the pressure get to me. I knew in these big moments that I knew people were counting on me.
With 2 outs in the top of the first, the Vikings came to life, scoring 4 runs with 2 outs.
2-out approaches at the plate are tough. Like, who doesn't want to get in the box and be successful? One person did it, and then it was very contagious.
It was all Callie and the Vikings needed to put a stronghold on Bayfront Charter and never look back.
When we got 4 runs in the first inning, like, it took a lot of pressure off of me.
That just sets the tone. That just sets the tone, and I think it just made these girls hungrier to continue to what we call drown the rats. Like, you get on top and you don't let up.
The Vikings' mission was complete. They captured their first CIF Division Championship since 1998.
It was hard for me to even talk.
In years past, what was the end of the road now had an unexpected twist. This year, the CIF added an extension to this season in the form of a state playoff.
They took on an opportunity themselves. They didn't have to. This was an opt-in.
Holtville accepted the challenge.
I think it was super special that even some girls did have some plans that they were able to work around because this was so important to them.
However, the Vikings would now have to navigate through more uncharted waters without their head coach.
My sister chose her wedding date over a year ago. I'm not going to be here, but do you guys still want to do this? And they said, absolutely.
But before she left, Coach Snyder left a little something behind. Her old shoes that she hung above the dugout.
So I came out right before I left, put my shoes up there, and it was just something that they knew, like, I was with them.
The good luck charm worked.
Those shoes symbolize the hard work that we've all gone through this whole season, and I wasn't ready to throw them away. And
after a bye and a win over Kearney, Holtville found themselves in the state championship game at home versus Highland out of Bakersfield.
It was amazing. Like, it was like probably a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
The state championship game would be played on Holtville's home field, drawing people from all across the desert Southwest and Southern California.
It was an awesome feeling knowing how many people came to watch.
The Vikings knew they were playing for more than just a state title.
We were also playing for our community, for all of our supporters. We wanted to give them something to be happy about.
Holtville gave everything they had and led 3-2 entering the top of the 5th inning.
It was probably, I think, the best game we played all year. We really stepped up to the challenge.
But on this night, it was Highland who came up with the clutch 2-out hits.
People really wanted to see us succeed.
And despite a late rally led by senior Annalise Arati in the 7th inning,
I was really excited, really stoked that I could have been the tying run.
Highland hung on for the 4-3 win and claimed the California State Southern Section Championship.
We played like it was a championship game. We didn't let the pressure get to us.
The Vikings sailed into uncharted waters, and although the final journey was not what they dreamed it would be, this team did not sink, they did not capsize, they finished the ride to the very end.
You know, it's not Little Holtville anymore. We don't have to be underestimated anymore. We could be one of the big shots in the Imperial Valley, and I think that's just really special.
Coach Snyder says her team will make another strong run next year and also made her team another promise. She plans to wear a full uniform, stirrups and all, during the team's first game next year. I'm already planning to be there for myself. Also, if anyone can help the team, they would like a new wooden bench in the dugout. Using diversity to overcome adversity. This past fall, the Arizona Western men's soccer team shattered program records en route to its most successful season in team history. Now, before this season, Arizona Western was a small blip on the national scene with only one national appearance. That was back in 2019, but they never won a game on the big stage, and that all changed in 2021. A new soccer season is on the horizon for the Arizona Western men's soccer team.
We have a blend of players with a variety of talents.
For many returning players, what took place just over 3 months ago will forever be ingrained into their memories.
I feel like if everybody was healthy, it could have been different.
With a plethora of talent from around the world,
a lot of internationals, not just from 1 or 2 countries. It was more than like 5.
The actual number is 9. The Matadors men's soccer team is a union of nations with players from Japan, Germany, Italy, France, Ghana, Spain, England, Brazil, and the United States.
Different languages, different cultures, different customs.
I never thought I would meet people from Japan, but I think that was a great experience. Many friends, they were pretty cool friends, and I think that's what makes this team special.
While Arizona Western features many local players,
some of the best players in the history of our program have been from the local community.
The college also opens its doors to many foreign players.
I'm from France, Paris, France.
Which gives these athletes an advantage they may not have had in their own countries.
Because in France, we don't have the opportunity to pursue our education and play at the highest level at the same time. You have to make a choice.
It's a win-win for the local and international student athletes.
This exposes them to a broader world, culturally, socially, athletically for sure.
Jonathan, go to the yellows, please.
For head coach Kenny Dale, it's an invigorating melting pot of talent.
I like that. I like the differences that the players bring. It makes it exciting to see all that they add to the mix.
Finding and blending the right amount of time and talent correctly is no easy task.
It's not easy. Diversity is not easy, but it's definitely worth it in the end. The reward is you have more than one type of player.
In the fall 2021 season, Coach Dale and his staff fused together the perfect concoction.
You can already see it from preseason, the whole competitiveness on the whole team.
The Matadors started the season with 3 straight wins in August.
You know the crowd is ready.
Kame does so. 2-0 Mats.
We didn't realize, I think, that we were achieving something really great.
Followed by September, where the Matadors kept winning, claiming all 7 games, extending their win streak to double digits at 10. Followed by October, where the Matadors won 7 more games to finish the regular season undefeated at 17-0, a new program record.
And after 15 games, we were starting to say, we're on the right way to do something really great.
The Matadors ended October by winning the Region 1 final over Yavapai, pushing their record to 18-0, securing a trip to Salt Lake City for the District 1 championship against defending national champion, the Bruins of Salt Lake.
When we went through the regular season undefeated, I was pretty convinced that we could do something.
Unfortunately, the winning streak came to an end.
So we went to 18-1, lost in the district final at Salt Lake 2-1 in a tight match, and just awaited our fate for the national tournament.
During the selection show, Arizona Western found out they would stay alive, getting an at-large bid into the national tournament. For the second time in program history, Arizona Western was in the national dance. But winning creates egos.
Oh yeah, we had a big fight in the video session the week before we traveled.
Yeah, I mean, when we were doing something like this, like a really good season like this, everyone wants to play,
So I like the energy. It's just a matter of focusing the energy and directing it towards a positive outcome.
With the team refocused, the Matadors set out to do what no team before them had ever done: win at the national tournament.
Put everything for you, for the team, for your family, for everybody. This is our last week here. No more practices, no more games. This is all we have. This is all we have. Today, tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday.
In Game 1, a 3-0 win over LSU Eunice.
And that's the moment.
The first national win in Matador program history. That was followed by another win over number 2 seed Cowley 3-2.
Exemplary.
Setting up a rematch with the top-seeded Bruins of Salt Lake in the national semifinal.
That's our final. How do you feel? We're gonna get revenge.
Yeah?
We're gonna get revenge.
Yeah, because we lost against them during the district final. So we're gonna have
it's not gonna happen again.
The Matadors got their revenge. A 2-0 win over the Bruins, sending the Matadors to the national title game for the first time ever. However, in the championship game, injuries would take their toll, and the Matadors' hopes for a national championship fell short, falling 2-0 to Iowa Western.
It all came down to we had to play with what we had.
So the result is probably less important than the experience that our players got and the abilities they were able to show to university coaches.
The 2021 Arizona Western men's soccer team set the bar high, and for at least now, will forever be remembered as the best team in program history. And bringing home the national runner-up trophy, the Arizona Western men's soccer team also had the highest GPA in the entire athletic department for the first time in program history. Now, a big thank you from myself to Coach Dale, Michael Broskowski, Romeric Berneron at Arizona Western for all the footage, their time, and help putting this all together. A tip of the old cap to Jonathan Busco for his help with graphics. It took a whole team to put this together, so big thank you to everyone involved. And oh, by the way, Arizona Western only lost 5 sophomores, so they should be set to make another strong run this fall.